Pietra's newest tool in our marketing suite, Pietra Pulse. So to get started with Pietra Pulse, the first thing that you'll do when you click on Pietra Pulse on the home base is to enter your website. So you can see here, I have the website, Get Gorgy, and I'm going to click this button that says Start Agent. And so right now, what's happening is we're using AI to determine what are the different types of topics that this store may want to monitor on social media. And the cool thing about Pietra Pulse that we're going to walk through today is that it allows you to monitor your brand on social media. So you can see what's all the UGC content that is out there with your brand. And that's why I put in the handle here. And then the next thing is that you can look at what are the different types of trends that I may want to be aware of. So for this brand that is an energy drink, I want to track sparkling energy drinks. These are a few other topics that maybe have to do with my brand that I want to be aware of. You can remove topics if you don't think that they are particularly relevant to you. You can add topics. So any hashtags, topics, anything that you want to keep a pulse on, you should add it here. The next thing that Pietra Pulse allows you to do is track competitors. And so me as an energy drink, I want to be tracking Celsius, Bang Energy, Ghost Energy, Monster Energy. These are some energy drink companies that I may want to be aware of. There might be other drink companies that I want to look at that weren't recommended. I can add those here. And I can remove any that I don't think are particularly relevant to me, or if I want to replace them. The next thing that Pietra is going to do is recommend subreddits. These are all subreddits that are either directly related to the types of categories that your brand sells, or things that are adjacent. So you see here, there's one for energy. As an energy drink brand, I want to know what conversations are happening here. And then I may just want to know what's happening in health, vegan, and then perhaps I don't want to know what's going on in healthy recipes, or there's a few in fashion that I don't need. I do sell some apparel products on my website, but yeah, no, I'm not focused on those. I'm really focused on my energy drinks. So you can go through here, you can edit, you can add, you can remove, and then you're going to start Pietra Pulse experience. And so what you're seeing here now is Pietra Pulse. So we just finished onboarding. The first thing that you should notice here is that I'm looking at organic content. So this is organic content for my brand, Get Gorgy, and I'm looking at the Get Gorgy tab. Now, the reason why this is important is because this is all of the UGC content for my brand, and it was just pulled in seconds. And so now for as long as I'm using Pietra, I will always have this content stored and saved on my account. This content is going to accumulate and grow week over week, month over month, and I will have this database of all of my customers' tagged content, influencers I've worked with, my own brand's content. And you can see here, it's a really long list of content that we were able to pull in just a matter of seconds. Now, there's a few things that we should note here. Some of this content is also just from the last 24 hours. So it actually helps me make sure that I'm not missing anything. I may have a lot of influencers or customers that are posting, and this tool enables me to make sure that I never miss any of those posts. And so a few interesting things that you'll see here is that I can play the video. So if I am perhaps looking at this for the first time, I can play the video. I can watch it right here. I can see my customers and influencers I'm working with that are celebrating my products and my brand and posting about them. I can read the captions as well. So I can see, okay, what are people saying about my brand? And then the next thing here is that I will get a summary. So Pietra summarizes all of the comments. And so, some posts may only have a couple comments, some may have hundreds or thousands. And so Pietra can read through all of the posts, summarize them, and then let you know what these customers are talking about on these posts. Um, this can be particularly helpful if they're your own posts. So like your brand's own posts. And so maybe your customers are trying to get in touch with you. They're trying to tell you something. Maybe there's an issue with shipments or something like that. You would see that summarized here. It could be particularly helpful if you're working with new influencers to see what is the reaction to these influencers. Are people liking their content? What are people saying online? And then we're going to start talking about your competitors as well. So here is ghost energy. And so here I can see what is all the content that this competitor brand is putting out there. Which influencers are they working with? What are their customers saying about their brand? So as a brand, there's a few different ways that I can use this. I can look at, okay, here are some influencers here. They have a lot of followers. They have great engagement. I can actually reach out to this influencer. And one of the reasons I may want to do this is if I see that this influencer is working for a competitor, I watch the content. I think that he or she is creating really great content for a competitor. I may actually want them to create content for my brand. And now this is one great way to find influencers for your business. Finding influencers already creating content in your niche that you can work with. And then the way this works is that you'll click open TikTok. It will open to this person's profile and you'll just send them the message. And so I copied it, I would paste it right here. And the cool thing next is that the communication that I have now with this influencer is directly in my TikTok DMs. So I can message several influencers and then I can go into TikTok and I can have conversations with them and work out the deals of who's going to promote my products, etc. And so you also get comment summaries on the content that on your competitors' content. Now, the competitors' content is it's similar to your own content, where what you'll find is customers that are posting and tagging your competitor, influencers that are posting and tagging your competitor, and content that competitor is creating and posting themselves. So you can see what type of content are they putting out there. Perhaps you want to do something similar. Who are they working with? Perhaps you want to work with some similar people that they're working with. And then you also get to see their comment summaries. Now, this can be particularly interesting if you have competitors that are launching new products or creating new types of content, and you can see how are their customers engaging with that content. Do they like the content? Do they like the new products? And that can be helpful information for your own brand. And so one important thing to note up here is you have this update pulse button. Now, we went through the onboarding flow. Let's see. We went through the onboarding flow, and during onboarding, we entered all of this helpful information, your brand name, topics that you want to follow, competitors that you're following, and subreddits. So all of this important information was entered during onboarding. It is saved. So anytime you click Update Pulse, you will find all of this information here. You can choose at any point that you no longer want to follow a certain account, that you want to follow a new account. And so a new account that you would want to follow, you can just type that here. I think Drink Poppy is maybe a name of an account. And so I would type in the account name and I would pull that account up. And so perhaps I don't want this account. I maybe want to follow, Gorgie, not just Get Gorgie, but I want to follow Gorgie. I can add that here. So you can really control this on a day-to-day basis, week to week, however often you need to update it. One other important use case is if you're planning to do a gifting initiative. So whether it's PR boxes or you're gifting customers, you're gifting influencers, you may have a hashtag that you want to associate with that gifting campaign. If you do so, maybe you print it on the box, you put it on a note card inside of your box, and then you can actually input that hashtag here. So it could say something like Gorgy gifts. And if that's what you're expecting everyone to post in hashtag, you would want to put that here, and then you would want to click update pulse. And so then you would pull in the new content for those hashtags. And so there you are. This is organic content. Your organic content is going to refresh every single day, so you will never miss any posts, and you will never miss what your competitors are up to as well. The next part of the product here is influencers. So Pietra Pulse helps you keep a pulse on all the content that's out there, all your mentions, all your UGC content. It also helps you hire influencers. And so what you'll want to see is who is posting and tagging your brand. Now, some of these people might be influencers you're already working with. You perhaps have already hired them. They're already been creating content for you. Others might just be organic. And you'll see there's a lot of micro influencers that you will find here. The benefit here is that you can hire a bunch of influencers without it having to cost, tens of thousands of dollars. And so you can find all these really great micro influencers that are highly engaged in your niche, some that you may be aware of, some maybe not. And so one thing here is that you may find that there are a bunch of people who are organically posting about your brand. And so it makes it really easy to see who are those people. And then you can actually reach out to them and work on a partnership. It works similarly with your competitors as well, where you can see who is creating content for my competitors and see, okay, I want to reach out to some of these people. You get some great metrics on these influencers so that you can vet them. You can see, okay, who are their followers, look at their engagement rate, and see, okay, they make content that is relevant to ghost energy. And all of these tabs for all these brands that you follow have the same thing. They have long lists of influencers, people who are creating content for them that are just plenty of opportunities for your brand. And then the same thing here, when you go into Update Pulse, you'll see all of the information on your account. And so perhaps once you start looking at some of the content or influencers that work with one of your competitor brands, if it doesn't seem super relevant to you, you can add in additional accounts. Okay, this page is still loading. Let me switch to another account so I can show it to you. All right. There we go. So I wanted to show you the first account so I could show you the full onboarding experience. I wanted you to see exactly what you will see when you click into Pietra Pulse, the steps that you'll need to take in order to set up your account. The cool thing about Pietra Pulse is that we will start pulling in data into your account right away. You saw in my other account, in the test account, that content was pulled in within seconds. I had hundreds of pieces of content on my brand, on competitor brands, on influencers. I had all of that content right away. Some other content may take up to 2 minutes to load, which is why, I wanted to switch accounts to show you another one that is fully loaded. Here under new customers, Here's where we use the subreddit data that we looked at in the very beginning. So if you remember from the beginning, when I went through the onboarding, there were a few different subreddits. Now, right here, we can see that these are health conscious beverage trends audience. Now, this is an audience of people that cares about health conscious beverages. These people can be found in the nutrition subreddit, in the keto, and the vegan subreddit. And then you get here a description on this type of customer. So who these health conscious beverage audience, who they are, where they are, what they're talking about. And you can see here, this presents an opportunity for brands like Gorgie that offer products appealing to these dietary preferences. So this is a new customer opportunity for the brand Get Gorgie. What I have here is I work for a energy drink company. I am now seeing that there are types of customers in these different subreddits that are talking about health conscious beverages. My beverage is a healthy energy drink, and therefore I should target these people. I should reach out to them. They are potential customers for my brand. Now, Pietra gives you a few different ways to target them. And so you can see here are some ideas of different topics that I can engage with them. So I can talk to them about low calorie drinks, and we can have a discussion on the benefits of sparkling energy drinks, and how they fit in a balanced diet. Keto-friendly beverages. So there's a few different ideas of I can jump straight in to these subreddits and we can have a conversation. I can start talking directly to these potential customers for my brand. Now, there's a few other ways that I can take this information and apply it to my marketing strategy as well. So I can jump in and have a conversation. I can also think through what types of content should I create. I can create a series of content about healthy drink recipes, or create a user-generated content campaign encouraging community members to share photos. And so here are some more engagement tactics, campaigns that I can create on my organic social channels to appeal to this type of customer. And then lastly, I have advertising opportunities. So me as a brand, I run ads. I run ads on Facebook and Instagram. And so I'm always trying to think of new ideas for my ads. What content should I feature? What ad hook should I use? And so you can see here, there's different campaign ideas for my ads. I can run an ad about nutritional value and highlight the nutritional value of my products. And I can run ads that are featuring the health benefits of these drinks. Now, Pietra will also give me ad hooks. So I can see here, I can use healthy energy boost, natural ingredients, real energy, fuel your day the healthy way. So some interesting ad hooks that should appeal to this type of customer. And so I get lots of different ideas on different types of potential customers for me to target. So you can see they feature different subreddits. So energy drink and enthusiasm audience. So this audience is excited about energy drinks. They're having different conversations perhaps than the people who are very health conscious. So I can create different types of content to target these different types of groups, customer segments. And so all of these pieces of content, I should have mentioned earlier, you can save. So you can save new customer ideas, you can save influencers, you can save organic content. So we'll save a few so I can show you what that looks like. But the benefit here is that if I see some content from a competitor brand, or I see content from one of my customers, or someone who's promoting my brand, I can save it and I can come back to it at a later date. And so all of my content saves here. All of my influencers will also save here. And same with the new customer ideas. I don't think I actually saved one, but if I had, they would save here. And so over the course of many weeks and months of using Pietra Pulse, I can save a lot of different content here that I want to come back to, that I'm going to use to power my marketing strategy now and in the future. One more important thing here is ads. So you'll see ads in the left-hand nav. This feature is coming soon. So I want to highlight it so that you're all aware, and that when we do launch it, you'll be notified and you can come back to start using it. But like we are monitoring organic TikTok content on the organic content page, ads is going to feature ads that are running on Meta. And so the benefit here is that you really get a full picture into your customers' marketing strategy. So if I'm following Olipop or Celsius, I can monitor what are the ads that they're running on Meta. How long have those ads been running? What products are they featuring? What type of content are they using for these ads? And I can understand which ads are working well. Now, if Drink Olipop has an ad that's been running for 6 months, it's safe to assume that that is a very high performing ad. And I may want to learn from that. I may want to adapt certain styles from the content that they're using, ad hooks, things like that. When we do release this ads product, you're also going to be able to see what are the landing pages that those ads are going to. So oftentimes brands will create different landing pages that different ads will direct to. So you will have access to all of your competitors' ads, which landing pages they're sending users to, which is really great and powerful content for you. And so that is Pietra Pulse. And every day we are going to pull in new content for you. We will then consolidate content into weekly reports, which you'll see up here. So if we default to all content, you'll have a running list of all of your content. But if, for example, in January, you wanted to come back and see, okay, what was happening around the holidays, I knew I had a lot of content, who was promoting my brand around the holiday time, that's something that you would be able to do. If let's say you're using it next summer, you want to go back and say, okay, what was happening last summer? What type of content was trending? What were people posting? So it's a great archive of content that can go back many, many weeks and months. So if there's any questions, please feel free to send those through. There should be a Q&A, and so you guys can ask questions. I think I have it here. Oh, wonderful. So I do see someone asked if it's just TikTok content. So as of right now, the organic content is TikTok, although we are actively working on Instagram. So in the coming weeks, we will be able to monitor Instagram content as well. One of the really cool things about that is that Instagram stories, for example, are something that disappear after 24 hours. And so we would be able to save those here in your account. So whether it's customers or influencers that are tagging you or promoting your brand, you'll have access to that content even after the 24-hour period is over. And then also when we talked about ads, that is Meta ads. So those are, Facebook, Instagram ads as well. And then of course, the new customers comes from monitoring Reddit. So there are several different social platforms that are getting monitored through Pietra Pulse. Great. Happy that was helpful. Any other questions? I will say so far in talking to brands and demoing this tool, the main use cases that seem to get people really excited has been around having access to all of your content in one place, never missing any UGC content, also being able to track competitors, and specifically seeing what influencers they're working with so that you can hire influencers that are already performing in the space, working with your competitors. And then the new customer opportunities. This is something that we have not seen on any other platform. And so this is very unique to Pietra. And we're excited to have more and more of you trying it out, using Pietra Pulse, and tapping into these new audiences. Sure. So two new questions that I can answer. And so For anyone who did come late, this tool is called Pietra Pulse. Pietra Pulse is one of many tools that you will find in your marketing suite. So your marketing suite has several different tools. You can come into the marketing hub here. Pietra Pulse is one of them. Pietra Pulse allows you to monitor social, to see what content is out there, tagging your brand, your competitors, stay in the loop on trends, find influencers for your brand. There are a number of tools in your marketing suite. You have Retail Connect, the email list builder, lots of really great tools here. I encourage everyone to explore them. With the Pietra membership, you get access to all of these tools. So definitely worth looking into all of them. Someone else just asked about hiring influencers. With Pietra Pulse, you control all of the topics, accounts, hashtags, everything that you want to monitor for your brand. By monitoring all of these topics, we are able to see who are the creators of that content, whether it is, and so it might be influencers, it might be customers, but you are going to find all of the people who are creating content for your brand and for all of your competitors' brands. Now you have this influencers tab here, this page. You can come here and see, okay, who are all of the influencers that are creating content for my brand? Or who are all of the influencers that are creating content for a competitor like Olipop? And you'll find influencers big and small. But the main use case here is finding influencers in your niche. So you are finding micro influencers that are in your niche that have high engagement, creating content already in your niche or for your competitors. Let's see if we have any others. Yeah, so the video today is recorded, so you should be able to rewatch that. And let's see. Oh, so if you have multiple accounts, totally fine. What you'll want to do is go to Update Pulse, and you have here accounts to monitor. So you can have up to 10 accounts. You can use 2-3 accounts to monitor your own accounts, plus any other, you can use the remaining accounts to monitor competitors. So no problem if you have multiple accounts that you want to monitor. Let's just make sure I got through all of them. Yeah, so if you don't yet have a website or products, you can use this tool just to get some data on what are competitors doing, what type of content are they putting out, and really get knowledgeable in the space. Although I would say most users of this tool have websites and TikTok accounts and are creating content and are really looking for how to create more content that's creating higher engagement, how to hire the right influencers, and how to find new customers. That is the main, the primary use case of this product. However, you could use it purely for research if you wanted to. We will follow up with everyone on the call afterwards, and we can share this recording from today. I know a couple of people have asked. Any other questions? I think I've answered everything that has come through thus far. We will circulate the recording. We will also follow up with you all. So if you have any additional questions, you can email me, or you can get in touch with our customer support team. We'll make sure that we get all of your questions answered. I hope that you all will start using Pietra Pulse as well as the rest of your marketing suite. As I mentioned, if you go back to marketing here, you have a whole suite of tools. These tools are all intended to help you grow your sales. So you have Pietra Pulse to hire influencers, create more content, create really strong and engaging ads. You have products like Retail Connect to help you outbound to retailers to sell your products in their stores. Email List Builder, where we can help you install a pixel on your website. And so you can capture the emails of anonymous website visitors. And you have influencer marketing. So you have all the tools to help sign up influencers, manage their orders, payouts, and so much more. So please take the time to go through your marketing hub, look through all of your tools. If you do need anything, we will circulate the recording, and then you can reach out to me anytime. As I mentioned, I'm Lauren, and I'm happy to answer any questions you all have or help you out with any of these tools. So I will do one last check to make sure there's no additional questions. But thank you all.